Yo, what's up? What's going on? It is Lugo back again with Fat to Fit. I think day 32. Yeah, pretty sure day 32. Today we did some back and some biceps. Back to deadlifting, man. These have been a long time coming again, and this felt easy. Like I haven't deadlifted in so long, and for the first whole month of lifting, I didn't touch deadlifts at all, pretty much, and I was doing other hinging stuff like RDLs and good mornings, but I wasn't really deadlifting just because they're kind of loud, and I don't really want to bother, um, because it's on concrete. But I was like, you know what? I'll do my best to tap them down, and I honestly don't even know if I did that just because I had headphones on and I couldn't hear, and I didn't my camera doesn't really have a good mic. I have to use I have to order an external mic if I want to like talk during training or for it to pick up sound very well. Um but these were easy, man. I think I did 3 sets of 10. And it didn't even feel like I was near failure. I think for now though, uh usually my stance is within the rings lines, but since I'm so big right now, I have to move my feet in uh to even get a good like a good position here. And it felt fine. It just I don't know if it's these straps or whatever, but it felt like the left side was leaning down more. It could be this bar too. Something I've noticed with benching on this bar. Like my left side, I don't know if it's just like it can't just be weaker overall that much because I just started training again. Like it has to be this bar that's like kind of leaning a little bit. So this might have to be like my deadlift and back bar, and maybe my other one, the one that I use to squat, will be um like a bench bar or something, or not a bench bar with my squats as well because I don't really use that for anything else besides squatting. But I did deadlifts. Here I'm doing like some sort of snatch grip power shrug type thing. I mean, these kind of look more like hang power snatches, pretty much like hang snatches, but like I was trying to still find what I'm trying to do with these, like hinging a little bit, but I think I ended up finding it more on the last set. But I'm just like I don't know. I'm like trying to dip too low maybe, and let my shoulders pull down, stretch out the traps a little bit, and then get a good contraction at the top. But I think here I found it, which is just like hinging a little bit and then really trying to drive some power up, just to get a little bit more weight. And I do shrugs on the second day as well. Yeah, I think I found it here. Yeah, just a little bit of a hinge, not too much, and then just driving them up and back. I think it's just like 165 snatch grip power shrugs. Felt good though. I mean, I felt like a pretty good trap stretch. So I mean, it's working. Whatever I was trying to do worked a little bit at least, which is good. Doing some barbell rows here, man. These were nice. I did 135, and instead of putting the plates on, I decided to keep the 25s on just because, like, when you get the plate on there, it looks cool, but I feel like I couldn't really get that good of a stretch when I used it. And I really like enjoy stretching the lats out a lot at the bottom of rows because I think that that's a pretty crucial part of getting a really thick mid back. When I got my best back and mid back, I was doing a lot of chest supported rows and barbell rows, but really letting it stretch. Um, and I would use a platform just so I could use more weight later on, but we don't really have one here, so I just decided to use the 25s and keep it here. And I also had to use my 8-figure straps, which they're not ideal for doing rows like this or anything besides deadlifts. Really, figure eights are just really good for locking your grip on deadlifts, but I do have VersaGrips coming in, and then regular straps because I like using VersaGrips for my back movements. Anything that's not really a deadlift, and then when I deadlift, I like using regular straps for whatever reason. So I got straps regular straps and I got Versa grips, which I'll be using for my back training just because I've been feeling my forearms take a little bit more of a toll here, especially considering that I'm doing direct grip training already. So I don't really care about training my forearms. But here I was doing some close grip neutral pull downs, really trying to find a groove. I think I got a little bit confused at first uh, with where I was going to go slow. Like I kept going slow on the way down and then on the way up. But I want to like really drive it down and then go slow on the way up, and really just hone that in. But I did 180 for 12, and then I did 200 for 10, and then 8. These felt pretty good. Like I was feeling a pretty good stretch. I could tell that the lats are starting to come in a little bit more just because I'm actually feeling it a lot more. Which I mean isn't always a sign of muscle growth, but or even that you're growing at all. But knowing that the muscle is there is letting me know that I'm doing something right, which feels pretty good because these pull downs on the ground are still just not the best. Like I don't really enjoy them because like it's just really hard to find a good weight, like a good counterweight as well, because sometimes they're just too light, really, and I can't. It's just hard to feel it because it's not low enough either. Like I'm not stretching it out enough at the top either. So I mean, it works for now, and they're working. So pretty happy about that. Here, doing some dumbbell incline curls, having the sun just straight beam me in the eyes, like had to look down pretty hard. But dumbbell incline curls, very nice. I did go up in weight this week from last week. I think last week I got 15, and I decided to go up really just because I was doing 20 or 15 and I got 20 last week. So I was like, you know what, I'll go up to 15 and just really focus on stretching out, going slow on the bottom. And I got 14. This was like a hard set. I think this time around training biceps made me realize that I've never trained biceps that hard. Like biceps to me were always just like even when I had done bodybuilding the last time around before I for like the last 6 months before I stopped lifting for about 2 years, I don't remember training them this hard ever. Like, and really knowing that I had this much left in the tank, like I started to hurt around rep 9, I think, or maybe it was rep 8 or 9, and I even started slowing down around rep 10 or 11, and I still was able to get 3 more reps before I just couldn't go anymore. Like that's how I think resilient the biceps are to you know training, and I think it's the reason why some people, especially me, don't have that good of biceps, like, to be honest. And I'm hoping that this time around, the type of training that I'm doing, no, I'm confident that this time around I'll have really good arms because this training is hard and I'm feeling it where it needs to be felt, like in my biceps, going to failure and feeling a really nasty burn on it. Like it feels really good. um but like I don't know, something about the biceps training is just so fun to me right now. Like really feeling that deep stretch and burn, and just bringing it up and contracting it. It's tough, man, but it's so fun right now. I think I've gotten a new appreciation for just training everything, like even more than I had the last time around. Like just progressing everything, and I think it's the reason why I stopped enjoying powerlifting, just because I feel like I was leaving so much on the table in terms of other training, because you really train the compounds heavy, and then everything else is just kind of whatever. Like you have to train hard still outside of the main lifts for accessories, obviously, but it's nothing like how bodybuilders train, which is like you're training everything, which is why I think a lot of bodybuilders just generally have more strength than powerlifters. Powerlifters having just a specific strength, um, but bodybuilders just having more overall strength, in the arms, in certain areas, like whatever it may be, like hamstrings and stuff, posterior chain. But you know, I don't want to get into too much because I could talk about it for a long time. Did some dumbbell incline, and then I moved on to this preacher. I did go up this week from, I think, last week. I think I did like 46.5 pounds because this bar is like 11.5 pounds. Went up to 51.5 pounds, I believe, and did this for, I think, like 8 reps. It was like 8, 7, 6. I did 3 sets, and then just man, really going hard on these. These are weird because I don't really feel them in my biceps, but I can tell that they are working just because like my arms are getting bigger, and I'm pretty much doing preacher 2 times a week. My first exercise is usually dumbbell incline on the first day, uh, concentration against the pad on the second day, dumbbell concentration curl on the pad, and then easy preacher and then machine preacher. But I don't really feel them that much, but I mean, I'm confident that they're working, like, and doing something because they are getting hard where they need to be. I just don't really feel pumped from doing preacher curls, so that's the only unfortunate part. But I'm pretty confident that they'll do something pretty nice here. But training has come to an end. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow for day 33, fat to fit, doing some legs. Goodbye.